Josh and Caleb.
Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Wearing my Beetlejuice shirt. This is a Beetlejuice spoiler review, so I will be talking as if you have seen the movie. So spoilers ahead, be warned. Which was pretty crazy. I saw the first Beetlejuice in theaters last year. And very cool. If you want to see the filming locations for the new movie, my buddy Tampa J saw those. So go check out his channel and look that up. He did an awesome job. I wish I will get there someday. I will get to the filming locations. I believe Adam did one years ago from, the original. So yeah, this did not expect a Beetlejuice sequel in my lifetime. We were supposed to get one in like the 90s called Beetlejuice Goes Hawaii, I believe, but all the delays, worked out because Jenna Ortega got to be in the movie. So before we get into the movie itself, I did really enjoy it. Just want to start with some pros and cons. Not that many cons, but we'll start with the pros. The opening sequence, paying homage to the original, and a new version of that opening theme done by Danny Elfman again. And they go up to the house and it transitions to the talk show with Lydia Dietz. That was amazing. Some practical effects, practical sets, the returning cast, Winona Ryder, Catherine O'Hara, and Michael Keaton were all phenomenal. William Dafoe, what was his name? Stryker? No, Wolf Jackson. I don't know why I said Stryker. Bob. He stole the show for me. Bob was so good. And everything in the afterlife. The waiting room, the Soul Train, which that hit me because, back when we had cable and you were flipping around, the Soul Train would be on sometimes and you would just watch it. Everybody having a good time dancing and the disco. If you don't know what Soul Train is, look it up. But that whole sequence was great. And yeah. Oh, and pretty much tying up everything into a nice bow. I like that. Odds are we won't get another Beetlejuice 2. So those were all the pros, a lot of pros. Oh, and filming in the original location they did back in the 80s. Of course, the original 1988, the year of my birth. So that's also a cool thing. A few cons, not that many. Some of this, they did use some CGI, and a couple sequences were really bad. When she's putting her body together, that's, pretty obvious. And then at the wedding, the influencers, when they get sucked into their phone, that I saw in the trailer, so I knew that was coming. Just those two sequences. Again, they did use some practical as well. They used even stop motion and they used suits. If you follow Jen Ortega on which you should on Instagram, she's been sharing some stuff recently, and I like how she's had outfits that pay homage to the original. Uh, a couple of the song choices were weird, just not my cup of tea. Not enough Dolores, I don't feel like. I don't know what the screen time was, 'cause Beetlejuice had pretty much the same screen time he did in the original, like 16, 17 minutes. I don't know how long Dolores had. And the twist with Jeremy I saw a mile away. When she ran into the tree, I'm like, I bet he's dead. I bet he's a ghost. And then they didn't show his parents' face. I'm like, yeah, they're probably all dead. And turns out they were. Just a few cons, you know. Overall, really strong. Love the movie. A lot of great choices. Uh, okay, some of the cast. Jenna Ortega, of course, as Astrid. She was great, as always. Uh, hope they film Wednesday season 2. They might be filming it now, in fact. Monica Bellucci was great as Dolores. William Dafoe, him and Bob were pretty much taking turns stealing the movie, basically. They were both great. Yeah, William Dafoe as Wolf Jackson was great. He's an actor who took it too realistic, wanted to do all of his own stunts. Playing a cop, then he's a cop in the afterlife who's not really a cop, I don't think. Anyway, Amy Natal as Jane Butterfield, who I believe was the daughter in the not this actress, but the character Jane, I believe was the daughter of the realtor in the first movie. I think. Justin Theroux as Rory. He had his moments. I felt like the rest of the cast was pretty strong, but you know, he had a lot to juggle. He, I mean, it comes at the end that he's not really a good guy, but he did solid, you know. Arthur Cunty as Jeremy, he was good. I just saw that twist coming a mile away. And then Bern Gorman as Father Damien, he was good. So what was the movie about? Um, Lydia has a talk show where she goes to people's houses because she can see and talk to ghosts. And her father dies. Obviously, they could not have the actor come back because all the legal stuff he's going through. So, to show how he died, they used stop motion. I thought that was great. I love stop motion, so anytime a major movie does stop motion, I'm like, whoa, that was cool. I don't know who voiced his character either. That could get into kind of a gray area, but with all the legal stuff he's going through, I don't think he's going to sue him or anything. Pretty much like Crispin Glover in Back to the Future 2, but, you know, he had. That was a guy just pretending to be him. This one was kind of a gray area, because his head was missing, obviously. Uh, let's see. Yeah, so they go back She goes back to the house from the original film. They rebuilt all that from scratch. Uh, Even the bridge, even though we just see that briefly in the hardware store and all that, we see all that very briefly. So it's cool that they actually, Warner Brothers spent the money to rebuild all that, even though we don't see it all that much. So they go back home for the funeral, and Rory proposes at the funeral or wake or whatever it's called. So Astrid runs away on her bike, crashes into Jeremy's backyard into the tree, and they start hanging out. And they go up to the attic to clear stuff out, and she, almost summons Beetlejuice. Uh, but then Astrid gets tricked into going to the underworld, the afterlife, to help Jeremy, who wants to switch places with her. She doesn't know that. And I love the whole thing with her father, Astrid's father. I thought that was great. Him being a teller and seeing her and helping her out, I thought that was great. Beetlejuice was great. And Catherine O'Hara, kind of funny, but like, she really went out like that with snakes that she paid extra for to remove the fangs. I don't know. It was funny, but also like, really? But, that's Beetlejuice for you. And Beetlejuice was great. His office with the Bob and all the other ones, that was great. Bob was so good. He stole every scene he was in. When he dresses like Beetlejuice. Oh, that was great. What else am I missing? Oh, Danny DeVito was also in this. He is one of Dolores's victims, along with Bob, sadly. Dane's scene was so great. He's been in a lot of Tim Burton movies, as well as Winona and Johnny Depp. I don't know if he's been the most. I think Johnny has been the most. He's certainly up there, though. 5 or 6, I believe. Big Fish, Batman Returns, Dumbo, Beetlejuice. Am I missing any? Yeah. Anyway, Hammer Johnny. I think that's all I have. But overall, a very strong sequel. Certainly better than what Beetlejuice Goes Hawaiian would have been. Although that would be still cool. They should do that for the third one. Beetlejuice Goes Hawaiian. But overall, really loved it. Loved William Dafoe's character. Loved Bob. Michael Keaton was great. Everybody that returned was great. And Jenna Ortega, of course. Welcome back, Tim. It's been a minute. Wednesday pretty much got you back to your roots a little bit, and now Beetlejuice. So, what do you guys think? Leave a comment down below. I really liked it. So much fun. A lot of good things in it. A few not so good things, but I can live with the CGI song choices. Obvious twist, and not enough Dolores. But overall, great. Loved it. Solid. I don't really give ratings, but I would say a strong 8.5 to 9 out of 10. Really enjoyed it. What do you guys think? Leave a comment down below. Who was your favorite character and why was it not Bob? What do you think about the sequel, and will we get any more? Spoiler, the way it ends, Dolores and Rory get eaten by a sandworm, and Lydia kind of reverses the thing. She says Beetlejuice 3 times. She wasn't supposed to, cause something, and then Beetlejuice just blows up. So that's pretty much how it ends. And then she sees him a few more times. That dream sequence at the end was so good. Uh, well, we're in spoilers. I have to talk about the ending because I loved it. Astrid gets married. It's a whole sequence. Gets married, is in the hospital having a kid. Uh, with Lydia watching through the window, and then a baby Beetlejuice pops up and starts crawling up the wall. Oh, that was so good. Uh, yeah, it reminds me of Roger Rabbit for some reason. That short, but that was so good. And then she wakes up, and then Beetlejuice is beside her, and then she wakes up again. Kind of like Scream 4, how they fake you out, then you think you're back in reality, fake you out again. It's kind of like that. That good job, Tim. That dream sequence was so good. So it's kind of up in the air, really, because she's still seeing visions of him, even though he blew up. Of course, in the first one, he had a shrunken head, so, and I forgot to explain. Alright, I think we've gone on long enough. That is my review for Beetlejuice Beetlejuice. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave a comment, like, subscribe if you're new, and that's going to do it. I'm Josh. More videos coming as always. Until then, if I don't see you out thrifting, I'll see you at the movies. Go watch it again. Beetlejuice Beetlejuice. Alright. Bye.